Is that it? Oh my gosh, I think I got it to work this time. What's up, y'all? It's been a while since I've posted anything. I'm in my house here, and I've got a friend in the background. It's Rav Holly from Vagabond Days. We're here.
Oh, look.
Uh-oh.
I just got a notification from YouTube that Hacking Hollywood is live right now.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go see
Can
what
you...
he's doing.
What happens if you're watching my stream when I'm streaming?
Bro, you're sideways.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's the first one. Yeah, I screwed up the first take of this, and I'm trying a second take, so...
It's not starting.
Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's totally sideways. That's not my fault, I think. It might be my fault. Not yet.
It's not coming up.
It's because it's broken. Anyways, we're here at the house. I'm getting wildly distracted because I'm supposed to be editing right now. My family was blessed enough to have our grandmother buy us a trip to Hawaii last summer, so rewind a little bit here, and I'll let that play in the background. But yeah, I'm just here doing some video editing stuff, and my buddy Rav's here too, doing a video for his YouTube channel because he's a rock star like that. But I haven't posted in a while, and I figured, hey, why not go live and say hello to people. I got up to 630 subscribers yesterday, 2 days ago, so thank you if you're a new subscriber checking out this channel, Hacking Hollywood. I swear in 2019 I'm going to be more consistent about posting. It's kind of hard when you are a full-time freelancer and you've got hobbies and you've got your faith and different things going on in life, and now that I'm married, there's definitely a lot of things happening in my neck of the woods, so I'm sorry I've been inconsistent at that. So I'm going to be posting kind of videos still about Hollywood and breaking into the industry, but I'm also going to be talking about kind of a new venture that I'm going into with Rav and with a couple other buddies, and that is focusing on live video production. So I've been a multicam director for a good number of years now, just kind of on the side and picking up gigs as I can. And recently I've kind of gotten more and more corporate gigs happening for me, and so we're going to be focusing on that and doing more and more corporate gigs to help kind of boost that business. It seems like that's been a very successful business so far, and the people that I've been working for have been really appreciative of our attitude and our drive and the quality work that we do, which is always great. And we've noticed that a lot of videographers in the corporate field right now tend to be stuck in their ways, to put it politely, or they might have some outdated gear, or they just kind of don't care of the standard of quality a lot of the times. And that's not for everybody in corporate video. There are a lot of really great people out there who do an excellent job, but we've noticed that there's a recurring theme of people who have kind of a low bar, and they don't really expect and want to break through and do something great. With that, they just kind of want to meet the minimum standards. And so I think that if we're able to do what we do and perform well and give clients a high quality image, then they'll enjoy that. Some of the feedback I got so far about Hacking Hollywood, number one, there wasn't enough entertainment happening. It was just kind of me talking or me interviewing somebody, and so I'm going to try to incorporate a few more vlog type stuff in Hacking Hollywood, so it's not just me talking to the camera like this, or interviewing or talking points to the camera. Would be more of like a day-to-day vlog type thing. And I've never really vlogged before. I've shot a start of a vlog a couple days ago when I was working with Rav, so I'm going to try to cut that into something. But I don't know, I guess I'm not narcissistic enough to focus on me, but I'm going to try to see if that will make a difference for people watching, and to see if it's something they enjoy, or if not, it's really cool. It's kind of, this whole channel is kind of a big experiment to see if anybody is interested in learning about the things I'm interested in and that I have expertise on, I guess, or experience in. And another thing that I love about the channel is I can do things that I would have been interested in 10 years ago, when I was in high school or even middle school, and thinking back on those days and the questions that I had and the videos that I wanted to see as far as learning goes and as far as the industry goes. There's a lot of great videos out there about directors talking and DPs talking, and the people that are at the head of each department, and that sounds exciting and it sounds intriguing, but there's more than just the director and the DP and the actors that you can learn from. There's a whole crew of people that you can get information from and experience, learn from their experience and go from there. So I'm also sorry about the mess that we have. This is all my fault. And I recently got married. My wife's really good about cleaning, and I'm not as much, even though I'm not horrible. So I will definitely be cleaning up today and making sure it's neat. So what else can I tell you? Within the last few months, in October I got married, so that's a big woohoo. One of the things behind me, I don't know if it's backwards. Oh, that's cool. It's a pretty cool shot. That actually was a piece that I made for the wedding with Delaney, my wife. It's a big sergeant sign, that's my last name. So we had that on display at the wedding, which was really fun, really cool to kind of have that kind of title where it said Mr. and Mrs. and that was underneath it, sergeant. And then on the wall behind me is a clapboard, because I'm in the film business, and it was the sergeant wedding production. So something that we did kind of funky or different was I hired a buddy of mine, John, who came out and he works on set full time, right? So he regularly works as an assistant director, and he came out and got a crew together and helped essentially produce the wedding as if it was a TV show or a movie or whatnot. So we did that kind of different than a standard wedding would be. We didn't have a traditional coordinator and that kind of stuff. We planned everything out ourselves and organized everything, and the response we got was pretty great. A lot of our friends and family really loved the setup and the effort that we put into it. So that has been kind of stealing my time and energy and thoughts up until October. For probably 3 or 4 months I've been focused on that, and so I had been releasing videos on YouTube periodically, mostly the interview I did with my buddy Rav, but I had those edited way ahead of time and they were ready to go, and I slowly released them week by week, and what I've learned is that people want something more regular, I guess. And I thought that interview segment was interesting, but maybe it was just interesting to me and a couple people. So hopefully I can kind of experiment and keep doing different things. One of the things I noticed is people don't like the formality of the videos that I have a lot of the times too. I think the impromptu or the off the cuffs stuff, if I can say that word, is what people are more attracted to now on YouTube. They tend to like a more casual environment and more casual setups, and so that's kind of what I'm doing today with my sweater and v-neck and shorts, just hanging out at home, putting together some content that hopefully a few people will enjoy and watch. And so yeah, we'll see. The hope is to still cover stuff on Hollywood, which would be great. And like I said, we're going to go into the live stuff, but there's been a few questions along the way too, people asking about screenwriting and different aspects of filmmaking. So I want to go into that and kind of talk a little bit more about those questions and pretty much make a video specific to each one of those. I also want to do a segment about set photos or photos that I've personally taken on set. The kind of catch-22 about that is, let me grab this right now. This is a start packet from one of the shows that I worked on, and it essentially tells you one of the questions and things. Sorry, one of the things we sign is besides a code of conduct and all that, it's called a non-disclosure agreement. And so legally, we're not really supposed to be taking pictures on set. Because they don't want us to disclose information about the show we're working on. They don't want us to tell the plots and actors and that kind of thing.
I do.
Yeah, Rav does it all the time, and he doesn't mind as much. But and generally, like, if you're not posting stuff about the plot and what spoiler alerts and that kind of stuff, like, Oh yeah, Rav doesn't. He's chiming in. He says he doesn't say the name of the show. Generally, you can get away with it, and they're not. Yeah, you could get in trouble. You could get in big trouble, but generally they're not gonna. Yeah, they're gonna either fire you, but they're not gonna give you heck if you don't give away the plots and stuff. And so, but those NDAs are something to respect and take note about, and that's something that I pretty much sign every time I work. So I'm very cautious about how I take pictures or what I take pictures of, and also when it comes to showing those pictures, I actually have posted very little, if not any, pictures on social media, generally speaking, because of that. And so what I'm going to do is essentially give myself a year or so of leeway time, I guess you can say. So I won't post anything that's newer than a year old, and that will help protect me in case something is shown that isn't supposed to be shown. But also, my channel is tiny right now, so I don't think a lot of people are caring what I'm posting yet. So yeah, I think that will be interesting. So what else? I've been live for 11 minutes, and apparently I can fill that whole time talking.
Is anybody watching? That's the question.
No, nobody's watching yet. Yeah, somebody later will look back at this and tell us how funky we are.
Look what I'm editing.
Oh.
Look at that booty.
Oh. Uh-oh.
There was
Rav-
your YouTube status.
Rav's editing some naughty photos back there.
It's not naughty, bro. This is a Christmas photo. What are you talking about?
Show us the wide shot there. Oh, yeah. How long ago did you take that one? Oh, yeah? You gonna put out a Christmas post?
Yeah, it's still re-edit too.
Alright. Rav was the photographer at my wedding. He was awesome. We got a lot of great photos. What else is new? Yeah, so this is my humble abode here, my casa, and Delaney is quite the art designer, so to speak. She helped kind of pick out the colors, and we repainted in here and made everything look pretty and fancy because that's what she's great at. And yeah, the carpet's old, but everything else has pretty much been fixed up. So this is kind of my little corner here, my little editing workstation. I used to have 2 computers here, but I went down to just the one. Probably eventually going to get another editing screen because
Sold my basic monitor.
yeah, I had another monitor on Rav's, well, Delaney's desk that Rav's using, but I had a monitor there for a while that I used with laptops and whatnot. It was an Apple Cinema display that I had for a number of years.
But he sold it.
It was my baby. I had it for a good number of years. Delaney printed out a little label that said Noah's baby on it. It was pretty funny. Yeah, so we got my editing machine back there. You see some RAID arrays. There's actually 3 sets back there. I'm looking to upgrade to a server at some point. There's a big hole in my desk here because there's that screen missing for now. My printer, which I'm like sort of not happy with anymore. Then Rav and his booty pictures. He's editing on Delaney's desk, which is also an art station because she can fold it up and draw on it. And our fancy Christmas tree because guess what? It's December. Hello. Christmas time. We got a cool entertainment system. And a couch. This is a fun couch we got from the Rehab Habitat for Humanity store for pretty cheap. It was like $200. This is a quilt Delaney built for me by hand, which is pretty fun. And as I said, the clapper from the wedding. And that's pretty much it. That's the
Alexa,
living
tell Noah to shut up.
Hey Rav, am I distracting you? Oh yeah, we got Alexa. She's pretty fancy. Hey Alexa, turn on the Christmas tree. Cool. It still works. Alright. Well guys, I'm gonna go back to editing. maybe I'll leave this on for like 5 minutes and then I'll shut it off. But I'm gonna put on my headphones and do some editing, and then Raph's gonna yell at me in 5 minutes to stop being annoying, because that's what happens. Let's see. Yeah.
Are you still doing
It is still live. I'm gonna go for like 5 minutes while I edit. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I tend to respond to everything that comes in about the channel, so let me know. For some reason, this GoPro reverted down to 720p, and now I realize why. It's because this footage is not the actual GoPro. This footage is from my little brother's camera, which is a knockoff GoPro. And for some reason, oops, it's in 1080p. And I'm scaling it all up to this 4K sequence that I have that I'm editing right now. Even though it won't look as sharp, it's better than it being boxed. So, and then I have my GoPro, which is regular quality. One thing I noticed too with Premiere, when I have proxies turned on and I create proxies for the files, even this 5K iMac edits a lot better. So I tend to just turn on proxies, create proxies for all the GoPro footage and drone footage, then walk away, go get something to eat, come back 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, and have an easier sequence to edit, which is great. I know everybody's editing process is a little different, so I'm going to have so much drone footage from Hawaii. I know it's hard to see on a video of a video, but I'm going to release in a couple weeks probably, or I don't know how long, but I'm going to release at some point a video of just drone footage that I took in Hawaii, because it is a beautiful place, and we all know why it's got such a crazy reputation. Is because it's an amazing place to go, an amazing place to be. So I'm also trying to edit to songs here, and the second song is my drone song, but I have way more drone footage than I can use in this one song, so that's also why I'm going to do a separate sequence of just drone footage. So I got to find a way to essentially cut my drone footage. Well, I'm almost there. I got two more shots to fit into this sequence here. So. If you're a nerd like me, I don't know if you can see this, I'm grabbing a little closer. But in your sequence here, come on, you can turn. You don't have to follow me. Come on, phone. Let's see. those are fun. So this transition here, if you select an edit point, which is this guy like that, you see the little red there, you can hit Shift D to give a transition to that point. But what I tend to do is try to grab multiple transitions at the same time, and there's a shortcut for that, so you can grab multiple transitions and then use your default transition. It's really good for audio if you have multiple clips and you're cutting, scenes between stuff, and that little fade, even like a 3 or 4 second fade between stuff, helps make the transition a lot more smooth. In this particular case, I'm using it for this drone footage, and for each shot, I'm doing a 2-second fade between each of the drone footage shots, and that will help kind of smooth everything out. Oops. There we go. Try not to drop this gimbal while I'm at it. Oops. Oh yeah. I screwed that up. Don't you love live? Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, they're in the bathroom. All right. So, what I've got going on right now, one big sequence with the first half of the footage of the trip. So, when I started editing, it was, 55 minutes long, and what I do a first pass where I just pretty much throw all the footage in the timeline here, and now I'm doing a second pass with music, and so it's kind of hard to see, but there's two pieces of music right here. Zoom in on it so you can see it a little better. And these two pieces are kind of like the first two chapters of the piece. So the first one is just kind of the montage, the opening. The second one here is drone footage. And so I just finished the first two segments of the rough cut for those with music of those two pieces. And now I'm going to add another piece of music to the next segment, which is drone footage of us at the beach. So that's what I'm slowly doing. So let's see if I can make it to a 30-minute stream. There's 3 more minutes of stuff I need to talk about. So what else can I tell you? Let's see. I got married at the Jim Henson Studios, which is in Hollywood, which is really fun. I've done commercials and videos for them. Not for them, but at their place for a while, since I moved to California 6 years ago. There's been a fun team of people I met at a company called Caudill and Associates, and that's the company that ultimately hired me to do videos at Henson. So I knew the facilities manager there, and I kind of reached out to him and said, hey, I'm not sure if you guys have done private events before, which I knew they did, but I was asking him essentially, hey, what would you charge for us to come out and do our wedding there and do a private event there, and would you host us there? And he said, yeah, sure, come on out, see if it's a fit for you, and we'll go from there. So we went down to Henson, and we fell in love with it. We loved it, and we thought it was a great setup. So that's kind of what we're doing. Or kind of what we did, I should say, is we had our wedding there. So I stepped outside because it's Christmas time, and I have a lousy first year Christmas setup with this tree that I still need to run a power cord for. The bushes have lights. There's these top lights here. But what's interesting, I guess, sort of interesting to me, is that I use those same lights that are now in my house over the dance floor at my wedding. And now they're here decorating my house. And they're colored lights here over the dance floor, and then there's white lights over the main floor, which is fun. So, yeah, Rav's here. He's hanging out. This is the RV behind me here. He's got it on shore power, house power. And there's a couple upgrades that we helped him do. This one he kind of did by himself, which is a stair upgrade. And he raised his tongue jack there, so he could, wow, this camera's freaking out. So he could not hit the ground or scrape the ground with the box behind him. And if I can look up, I don't know if it'll let me. It's kind of hard to see, but he's got a new window air unit on the top window there, and he also has solar panels that he installed. And I sort of helped him. I helped him, but he did most of the work, which is fun. So, yeah, this is a great place in Fullerton. There's some traffic and stuff happening now because I think school's just letting out and things are picking up. But when I'm not working, this is kind of where I spend my time, just working on projects here and hanging out. And yeah, when I'm working, I have to drive to LA, which is kind of crazy. From here, from Fullerton, it's like an hour and a half with traffic on average. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. And so I do kind of something similar to what Rav does sometimes. I have a toy hauler, which you can check a video on Rav's page. He did a tour with me in my toy hauler, and I'll hitch it to my truck, and we'll take my truck down to, or I'll take my truck down to LA and park close to where we're shooting. But it's also pretty discreet, so I can do some city dwelling out there and spend the week out there. It kind of works for me, especially if I have a week-long project and instead of having to commute an hour and a half each way to go to and from work, I stay there during the week and then I come back here and I can spend time with my brother. He lives with me too, and yeah, it's pretty fun. So, anyways, someone's coming through. Nothing's back about my camera. Yeah. No, I'm good. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you want to be in the vlog? You probably have more views than this guy does. Hold on. Do you guys vlog?
What?
You guys vlog?
He does.
Yeah?
I don't. What's your YouTube channel called?
It's called Hacking Hollywood.
Hacking Hollywood?
Yeah. I work in the film industry, and so it's all about like learning how to break into the film industry. So
You're a hacker?
No, not like computer hacker, like just learning how to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a rapper. This
Yeah?
Is, this is a producer and another rapper.
Oh, yeah?
And that's a producer and another rapper.
You guys gonna throw it down right now?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the studio.
Sweet.
We're gonna go spit some fire, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, those look yummy.
You want some?
No, I'm good though. I'll get fat. Alright, see you guys. There you go. First encounter on a live stream with random people. Alright, I'm signing off. I made it to 32 minutes. And I'm still talking by myself. Isn't that weird? I guess it's normal now. Let me harass Rav one more time and then I'll get off the line. Okay, I won't bother him. He's busy. Alright, see y'all later. Thanks for watching. End it.